never get tired. No one can make me tired. I march forward.
Filling up stadiums.
Who violate the rules and keep a man who violate the constitution.
Honorable.
Making the South African Parliament interesting and forcing the ANC to expropriate land without compensation.
And also expropriation without compensation in the public interest.
This is the rise of the EFF, also called the Red Beret.
Leave.
Honorable Malema, leave the chamber.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm elected yet.
The impact of this movement is attributed to one man, Julius Sello Malema. His radical stance and leftist ideology was seen from the day he became the ANC youth leader in 2008. His support to the then incoming president of South Africa, Jacob Zuma, who was the president of the ANC party. He began to headline the local news with notorious statement, "Shoot to kill for Zuma," which he had to clarify later.
In Bloemfontein, we're trying to clarify that here. And I can tell you again, I will never say to any gathering people must be killed or use a word kill. Because people can use kill to destroy and distort the case of the movement.
He continued to be the subject of the news in South Africa. One of them being in 2010 when he forced a BBC journalist to be kicked out of Lutuli House when he questioned about him criticizing Morgan Tsvangirai for staying in Sandton and not fighting in Zimbabwe.
And we have never spoken from exile. You see, let me tell you, before you are Chacharach, let me tell you, this is a building of a revolutionary party. And you know nothing about the revolution. So here you behave or else you jump. Here you don't laugh. Chief, can you get security to remove this thing? Go out. You bloody agent.
However, in the background, he began to create enemies inside his own party, which advocated for his expulsion. This was because of the youth leagues criticizing the ANC for the miners who were massacred in Marikana. One of the people who made the decision for his expulsion and to kick Malema out of ANC and strip him of the ANC Youth League presidency is the current president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa.
The three come to that face this Murray hearing. The rejecting of the review by the NEC therefore closes the chapter on this matter.
Malema, after taking a sabbatical for almost a year, he announced his return to the political scene with the radical leftist movement of the EFF.
We are launching an organization that is going to fight against crime.
While some experts didn't expect his impact in the 2014 elections, his message was resonating with the poor. Also, his party focused on unfulfilled promises of the ruling party. One of them is land.
Do not own the means of production, but as long as the people do not own the land.
In 2014, after garnering 1.1 million votes, which was 6.5% of the votes, this ensured 25 members in parliament. South Africa was about to experience a shift in politics and primetime drama in parliament.
So please put that proposal on the table and then let's discuss it. And if they need a right, you can't say because there is a rule here. We work according to the rules.
One of the big headliners and what gave them popularity was them questioning the lavish spending of the then President Jacob Zuma at his rural home in Kandla, which was reported to be around 214 million rands. Sona interruptions and oral questions interruptions and being kicked out of the parliament was one of the things that Julius Malema and his team was known for. Drama was unfolding, but also the mileage of EFF was increasing as they got some seats in the 2016 municipal elections. In 2018, they also got to force the ANC to adopt the Land Expropriation Without Compensation Bill.
They've been putting forward solutions on how the land question can be resolved. This is the constitutional democracy that we fought for. The ANC reaffirms its position that the Constitution is a mandate for radical transformation both of society and the economy. A proper reading of the Constitution on the property clause enables the state to effect expropriation of land with just and equitable compensation, and also expropriation without compensation in the public interest.
This was received with mixed reactions, especially in the middle class, that feared that this move would chase away white farmers and cause food security threat. And the most dreaded scenario was, we don't want to be like another Zimbabwe.
Therefore, come to the decision to resign as President of the Republic with immediate effect.
After the resignation of Jacob Zuma, the Red Beret now had to reinvent themselves as the new dawn of Ramaphosa threatened their impact. However, EFF went for the jugular. They pushed to expose the white monopoly capital, which they viewed as the antithesis to the gains of the freedom. They argued that Ramaphosa was the enabler of this ill treatment of black Africans in the corporate professional, being still subservient to the white Caucasian, which some called work apartheid.
Our president is captured, yes. We have a captured president who's captured by white monopoly capital. Stellenbosch, the Oppenheimers, and that one in Bidvest. Bidvest has actually captured him long time ago. Brian Joffes captured him long time ago. I was saving in Brian Joffes thing. The mistake they did was to elect a billionaire for a president.
EFF was also embroiled with the story of the now closed VBS Bank, in which the brother of the EFF deputy president, Floyd Shivambu, was fingered. Some argued it was to dent their popularity at the 2019 polls. However, they garnered more support, giving them a 10.6% at the polls, which means that they now had 44 elected members of parliament. EFF continued to make strides. At the heart of COVID-19, they charmed their electorate by contributing to the fund through the salaries deductions of their office bearers to help fight the pandemic. The party also fought and established a workers' representations, which helped to curb the white-collar oppression and many of their electorate who had disputes with their employers.
The court order is interdicting something that we're not doing. So they're preventing us to do things that we're not doing in any way. The protest is not prohibited. It is not interdicted. The protest continues in the manner that it is. So
come 2023, Malema and the EFF had arrived. They filled the giant Soccer City Stadium in a grandiose show of impact.
That you are one of the people who are going to deliver economic freedom in our lifetime. Freedom in our lifetime. Amanda!
As the date of the 2024 elections has been pegged, it leaves one to wonder, who will become victorious in this election? Will the ANC retain the majority? Will it be forced into a coalition? Will Julius Malema emerge victorious and force the hand of South Africa to have one radical leftist president? Is he the incoming 6th president of the Republic of South Africa?